I've just done TRE and that was the wildest thing on my health journey that I've ever come across. Just crazy. Basically, I wasn't even going for a TRE session. I was going to the network spinal, a guy here in Sydney, and but because I was listening about TRE before in a podcast, I was trying to, use some of the things that they were saying. Like, you basically have to allow your body to let go. And that sounds very cliche. I'll just let go. But it was like next level. It's like, instead of just trying to release the muscles, it's like when your hand wants to move to the left or whatever, or your whole arm wants to swing, you just have to let it do it, and then your body basically just takes over. And I mean, it was incredible. It was like it started with just my left arm swinging from left to right, and because I was on a chiropractic table, it was making loads of noise, and I was like trying to move it, as my whole arm was swinging, I was trying to get my hand to move slightly. So it's like I could kind of turn on the parts of my body where I wanted to be able to actually control it. So while my whole arm was swinging, I was trying to move my hands so that it wouldn't make so much noise on the bench, so that everyone else is hearing it. And but then the chiropractor, who's the network spinal guy, he came over and he was like, no, this is exactly what you're meant to be doing. Just completely let it happen. And then it spread to other parts of my body. So I was it was so weird. It's like my whole pelvis was swaying from side to side, and then because I was face down in the thing, and in the little hole, and then my masseter muscles, the jaw muscles and stuff, they started suddenly clamping like this, uncontrollably, and then my head would swing from side to side like this, and it's yes, I could stop it if I wanted to. I could kind of activate that part and be like, I'm going to stop my neck from moving now. But by letting go, it would just literally swing. It was incredible. And then once it kind of done its cycle, whatever, then it would move to a different part of my body, and that would start moving as well. It's called tremoring. As I said, I was watching I was listening to a podcast earlier. And I'd done a bit of research on TRE, and I've got a first session booked in tomorrow. But I mean, I've just had an incredible introduction to it, and that's before the first session that I'm going to have. Although I guess they're pretty related though, the network spinal and the TRE stuff. So at least as far as I'm aware, because the chiro was basically encouraging it. I mean, that was in the whole. However long I've done this, I know it's on YouTube, it's been a year, but separate from YouTube, it's been on. I mean, even now I'm jogging, I'm walking faster, and my legs are kind of taking me rather than me controlling them. It sounds so weird to say, but it's I'm really releasing everything. It's just utterly wild. I mean, it's just crazy. As I said, the craziest thing I've ever done on this journey so far, or even in my life. I mean, that was utterly bizarre. And I mean, I was saying to the chiro afterwards, I was saying I'm so sorry for all the noise, and I'm trying not to make noise, and I was thinking about all the other people, because there's 3 other benches there, and he was saying to me, I know everyone knows that this is what happens here, although I hadn't seen them the last 5-6 times I'd been there. But he's like, oh no, everyone, everyone knows this is what can happen, and if someone doesn't like it, well, then they don't belong in this space. I don't know really what to say. I said to them after, I'm speechless, and I mean, I said the other day in a video, which you might have seen, this is a practitioner, and I've never seen so many people hug their practitioner. Well, I was added to that list because I was look, I get why everyone hugs you now, because it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. And the other thing is, and it's not it was necessarily him doing it. It was it was all my body that was doing it. He was kind of just making little adjustments here and there. But and I can't really elaborate on that because I wouldn't do it justice, but it was like, it started off with like, just my, it was just like my body wanted to do its thing, and it was really pivotal that it's like, if your body wants to move in a direction, you don't shut it down. It's like how, I was hearing this example earlier, like if you're, on a train or whatever and you yawn, it's like, it's rude, or something. You're talking to someone else, it's rude if you yawn, but you're basically suppressing what your body is trying to do, if that makes sense. And it was the same with like crying. I mean, in the session, like I just started like crying like uncontrollably, because I was trying not to hold it back. Same with all the other stuff in the session. But yeah, I mean, trust me, I was skeptical of this thing before, but like, I mean, that was seriously crazy. And he also said that my atlas corrected afterwards, because I did the atlas orthogonal thing the other day, and that was like on Friday. It's now Tuesday, so that many days since, and today, like I felt the whatever, it's C1 or the C2, I'm not sure, but it started hurting again. So I was like, well, am I going to go up to Newcastle for a 6th time for another atlas orthogonal treatment? And I mean, I would be doing that tomorrow if I hadn't just been to this thing now, and if the TRE tomorrow hadn't worked, that doesn't work, it hadn't have worked. But yeah, like he was like, no, your atlas is like, corrected, and then he also did like an actual adjustment to my neck, which I'm always like pretty concerned about, but I have to trust this guy. He's, I mean, that is phenomenal. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's like, it doesn't matter how much I would say this to people, like today I experienced it for the first time, and but I guess it's like, unless you've done it yourself, you can't, unless you've experienced it yourself, you probably won't even believe that's possible. But yeah, TRE, yeah, that's definitely the craziest thing I've come across. I mean, I wonder how it's going to affect seeing and all that stuff, but that's kind of separate. Like, it's more a case of just releasing all that like stuff from my body, and yeah, just crazy. Like even now, as I said, I'm walking, I'm just like kind of releasing into it, and like my legs just want to take their own spin. It's like they're kind of moving faster than they otherwise would. It's just weird, very weird. Yeah. But the one that I was most interested in was the jaw one, because it was like my body was like doing this, and it was kind of just, it's like my body knew exactly what to do. It was like, when you look up TMJ exercises or something, and you're like, oh well, if I try this exercise where I pull in here, or I massage this, it's going to get better. But then when you let the TRE do its, like when you let the body do its thing through the trauma release exercise, the TRE, like the jaw, the whole thing just, it knows what it's meant to do. So I wasn't coming up with these exercises. It was like, it was just doing it all for me. It was utterly bizarre, and it's also because it's attuned to your own body. It means it basically is tailored specifically to you. So maybe that same thing wouldn't work on someone else. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Utterly bizarre. Enough rambling from me. But yeah, that's certainly the, as I said, probably the 4th or 5th time, it was the craziest experience I've had on the health journey so far. And I would strongly encourage you to give it a go if you've got, like, if you're in fight or flight after years, of a trauma-related incident. I mean, I'm not, people, the thing is, they use this stuff for like war veterans and stuff. Like, I've not been in the army, I've not been to war, nothing like that. The only, minor trauma I'd say I had was either the car accident I was in 7 years ago, or a sporting injury where I fractured my right shoulder and fractured their clavicle, and that's like, maybe stuck in the body or something. Or maybe it was maybe some like bullying in high school, or I don't know, or like relationship stuff. It could be any of these things, but the point is, it stays in your body. And today I saw the release of that stuff, and I'm sure there's a long way to go, but that was a crazy crazy introduction to the whole thing. But yeah, I'll speak to you all soon. Hopefully that was super interesting.